Hello everyone, my name is Giada and I'm Italian and I live in Rome. And I took the opportunity to learn from the bootcamp, for the allWomen bootcamp, to develop an idea I had for some time now. And so thank you allWomen for, for all that I've learned during this 10 few weeks. And so I am going to present my own project. And as I said, I live in Rome, and I don't know if you are aware or of how beautiful Rome is, but how difficult is to live in Rome, especially for women. During the last few years, a lot of women's organizations and safe spaces had been closed due to COVID and due to an incapable administration. So the city was much more unsafe for women. And for me, as a Roman citizen, I have felt not represented, not feeling safe, especially during my commute between my home and work, using the public transport, etc. And this problem and my problem is supported also by data. Agri Roma made an interview of 750 women, and they all felt unsafe and not represented. And this data have the support of the rising numbers of cases of violence against women. And 10 women out of 10 have been sexually assaulted on a public transport. So I asked myself, how could I fix this problem? And I thought about doing something, maybe a website, a platform, some communication service for women to be able to connect, to be able to search for organization and safe spaces and services in the city. Rome is really, really big, and all neighborhood is different. So it's not really simple for women to find services for them or organization to be able to feel safe and secure in the city. So I've asked at my target user, women between the age of 18 to 45, living in Rome, that use public transport, that live in Rome and experience all that I have experienced. And I've asked them if they ever felt unsafe, if they ever felt alone, if they ever helped some other woman during a difficult situation, what they wanted from the city to be able to feel safe again. And the answer were very clear. They wanted more awareness, more services. They wanted safe spaces for them to feel safe. They wanted meeting places to discuss common issues. And at the same time, they wanted to find those services quickly as possible. In fact, I did a second interview from the same group of women who answered to my first survey, asking them what was the best solution for them between all the ideas I had. And they answered with they wanted to find services faster in a easy way as possible. They use their phone every hour, every minute of the day, so it will be much more easier for them to use something on their phone that will be easy and practical to use. Then I identified my user persona after all the research and the results from the survey. So meet Jasmine, she's 19 years old, she's a student, she lives in Rome, and she uses public transportation, and at the same time, she wants to find services in an easy way, in the quick way as possible. She wants to feel safe, represented. She wants to connect with other women all around the city and wants to know what services the city offers, if there are services that Rome can offer her. And so I had my solution in mind, and that it's going to be an app that will provide Jasmine, my user persona, and my final users, women, a quick way and for women to search for organization and safe points in Rome. Safe points are going to be businesses that can register themselves as safe points. So places where women can access easily if they encounter some kind of problem in the streets or in the neighborhood they are into. And women are going to be able to feel safe, to have connection with the community around them, and to create and to be part of a network of organization, businesses, and other women. So the app, the first version of the app, the MVP, will be give women the opportunity to subscribe, the organization and businesses to register on the app. The businesses have safe points. The organization will create a profile where they can write the services they offer, etc. The organization and safe points are going to be on a map, and women can search for organization and safe points on the map, and they are going to be identified on the map, so it will be easy to find for them, those organizations. And women can open the profiles of the organization and safe points with all the services, and they're going to be able to contact them. As for future upgrades and new features, I thought about 6 months from launching, women can offer services of their own. They can implement their profile and write on their profile what services they can offer to women. For example, a place for the night, a ride, a phone call, or a meal, everything they need in a case of lack of security. There will be implemented a messaging chat. Women can talk to each other through the app, or contact the organization and save places through the app. There will be implemented a booking system for the safe points. For example, safe points, I thought about businesses as social club, bar, restaurant, etc. So women can book a table just to connect with each other, or to have to share ideas, common issues, etc. And then I thought about a new whole section for the app. A professional services for women, for example, legal services, therapy, obstetrician, etc. These services are going to be free or at a reduced price, and of course there will be a booking system for those services. So the final objective of the app is to create a network throughout the city, throughout all the immense neighborhoods that are in Rome, and for women to feel safe, to feel connected, and to search in an easy way, and to create a new path of security throughout Rome. As for metrics of success, I've divided the metrics into two areas of interest. One for the business side and the organization side. So I think about the success of the app. The app will be successful, at least the first version, if at least one safe point per neighborhood we have subscribed on the app, at least one organization per service is offered, and an increased number of organizations subscribed by 30%. As for the user success, increasing the number of users by 10%, increasing the retention rate by 10%, and at least 30% of women who downloaded the app is an active user. At the same time, for sustainability and growth, as this, I kind of see this app as a whole project to expand, not also in Rome, but also in other cities of Italy, or I don't know, maybe Europe. It will be contacting stakeholders that will take an interest in the app. The app at first will receive maybe funding from the city and the region, as there are specific grants for this kind of things, especially for services and new startup created by women and for women. And in doing so, I hope so the app and the project will expand throughout cities in Italy and as I said, maybe in Europe, maybe rising awareness on the security issues of women, the lack of services, and the loneliness that us as women living in a big city can feel. Thank you.